2010. The year of dubstep drops that shook your speakers, trying to understand the plot of Inception and screaming at your phone cause you just couldn't finish that level on Angry Birds. But more importantly, it was a major year for One Piece. It was the year the series broke our hearts at Marineford, took a breather for Luffy's legendary flashback, and then, after a month-long hiatus that probably felt like an eternity, kind of rebranded itself with the now famous 2-year time skip. But what was the One Piece community like back then? What kind of takes and theories did they discuss? Previously, we've looked at takes from 2005 on this channel, which I recommend you watch if you enjoy this one. Let's now see what the 2010 fans were cooking up. What better to start with than a post from January 1st, written by Light Yagami himself. Monkey D. Garp. So where does this guy rank exactly? Is he more powerful than the 3 current admirals? Can he use haki? I know they didn't know this stuff back then, but it's still funny to see someone wondering if the literal haki man knows haki. But what had they seen Garp do back then? He landed a nasty hook on Marco that damaged him, even in his phoenix form. And then he claimed he would kill Akainu if not held down, implying that he could defeat him. But of course, that's just his own words. Other than that, he actually didn't do that much during the war. So with that in mind, let's see what people responded. I think he's the second strongest marine alive. The only people I see as stronger than him is Sengoku, Whitebeard, Shanks, Dragon, maybe some other Yonko and Mihawk. I think this is a reasonable take for the time. Bungee Gum does not agree. Stop pulling shit out of your ass. Random character. What I'm guessing is supposed to be Mihawk. Could be Zoro's last main fight. Or Zoro could die. What the f***? You don't know jack shit. Mihawk is shit and people keep wanking him. Garp is boss level. Yeah, I went there. I got chills. What a mic drop. This guy hated Mihawk with a passion. Might still do for all we know. Maybe he's the one that spread the rumor that Mihawk paints his sword. But come on, do you really need to have a crash out just because someone compared him to Garp? And I wonder what boss level means. Are we talking Mafia City or like final boss potential? Let's move to a new thread. I think Oda might only have 5 to 10 truly new devil fruits left in the story. Most recent ones feels like upgrades of old ideas. Akainu's fruit is just a stronger version of Ace. Or are weirdly specific, like a laundry power. The only fresh top tier powers lately were the ones fans predicted long ago, like poison or light. I just included this because it turned out so wrong. Point and laugh everyone. How could anyone think there were only 5 cool devil fruits left? Come on now. Turns out we got well over 5 in Whole Cake Island alone. Don't underestimate Oda like this again, little bro. Sperm fruit would be interesting. I can see where you got banned. Oda has an amazing imagination. I don't doubt many more to come. That's what we like to hear. Jarvis, invite this guy. Name one thing you really hated about the war. How England and France never stopped the mustache man. Like who the f*** appeases an evil dictator? If you didn't get that joke, you need to stop watching One Piece videos and get back to school. Marco's face, it just annoys me for some reason. I think this guy might be allergic to pineapple. Squad's attempt to steal Buggy's glory. Yeah, man, Squad doesn't get enough slander in my opinion. He really just trusted Akainu, the literal enemy, when he said Whitebeard was gonna betray him. He decides the best course of action is attempting to take his life. On top of that, he's out here being called son while being 50 years old. No one should be calling you son at this point, bro. Yo, it's Bungee Gum again. Mihawk's fail. I think he's now. Not mainly as an insult to him, but as a fact. Like he's slow in the head. Bruh, this is frying me. Not as an insult, but as a fact is insane. So I guess he's either talking about how he failed to stop Luffy or failed to beat Vista. Let's examine if either makes him qualify as less advanced in mental, physical or social development than is usual for one's age. First, the Luffy chase. Mihawk basically says, okay Fate, let's see if this kid survives. Then drop slashes that could cut a mountain while barely looking. If not immediately stopping a protagonist with a 10 out of 10 plot armor makes you slow, then every villain in shonen history belongs in a special needs classroom. Then there's the Vista fight. People see the stalemate and scream fraud, but look at the context. Mihawk is the only guy at Marineford who showed up just so he wouldn't get fired. He's doing the bare minimum required by his contract. When he tells Vista, let's postpone this, he's not saying he's outclassed. He's saying, the pacifistas are here, the vibe is ruined, and I'm not getting paid overtime for this. In my eyes, he wasn't there to win a war, he was there to spectate. I realize I might sound like a Mihawk laser right now, but I promise I'm not. If you're enjoying the video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe and all that good stuff. If you do, I'll get you free tickets to Soul King's next concert. I want you to think back to when you read or watched the death of Ace for the first time. Were you angry, sad, or maybe indifferent? If so, maybe see a psychiatrist. Let's see how the community reacted when it happened. Ace isn't dead. Oda never kills anyone. Ace is just going to be very injured, and I can't believe you guys are actually falling for this after 10 years of getting to know Oda's style. What do you call the first stage of grief again? For real though, I can't blame this guy. Oda had extremely rarely killed off any character outside flashbacks, and cases like Pell make you understand this guy even more, because there's literally no explanation in the world to how he could have survived that bomb blast. So even though Ace's injury was brutal, it's only natural people still questioned if it was real. But if you're gonna act as if you're 100% certain he survived, you gotta deal with the enormous aura loss when you're proven wrong. Rest in peace, Ace. One Piece is no joke. Each week it does something better than the last, and now we have Ace's death. I'm still shocked. RIP Ace. His death was a shocker for me, but at least he went out in an awesome way. Wow, such genuine and heartfelt comments. It's nice to see how wholesome the community was. I never gave a about Ace, so his death means very little to me. It's not a character I felt anything for, and his whole wah should have been born or not was just unbearable. I'm glad he's gone. I might have to reconsider that last statement. Here's a theory about a potential next Straw Hat. Boa Hancock is totally joining the crew. She hates the government, is obsessed with Luffy, and she dropped her crew and warlord title for him in a second. People say she's too strong or has responsibilities, but so did Frankie. Think about it. 5 Straw Hats entered the Grand Line, so 10 should enter the New World. It just fits. She could be the Pirate Queen, and Oda would make it work. Her personality is hilarious and she's a powerful female character, which we need. Can you imagine Hancock on the Sunny? Sonya would be a permanent garden statue within 5 minutes, and she probably tried to kick Chopper into the ocean for breathing too loud near Luffy. Hancock is a natural leader. I mean, she's even got Conqueror's Haki. I have a hard time imagining her as a subordinate, even though she would be down if Luffy wanted her to. After the recent revelations, do you believe Blackbeard will be the final villain? There's a poll here too, and the majority actually voted no. Interesting. Let's see what they said. Teach would be the final contender for the Pirate King, but not the final villain. Yo, that name and profile picture is straight fire. No, definitely not. I don't think he'll be around for that much longer at all, to be honest. This take is actually crazy, in a bad way. My brother, the man just walked into the most secure prison in the world, recruited a squad of legendary death row inmates just to end his former boss and steal the most powerful fruit in existence. How do you see a guy get a power up like the Gura no Mi and think, yeah, he's probably gonna wrap it up in the next arc? That's like watching Thanos get the Infinity Gauntlet and saying, he seems like a side quest. I was confused. On Amazon Lily, the Isle of Women, men are forbidden. So, how exactly, without any males around, do the women on Amazon Lily get pregnant? They are all lesbians, and the island has a strange secret. The secret of... I think that's enough for today. Let me know if you want a part 2. If you missed the previous parts, you can watch them right here.